When you're interning, you must go in with a strategy to be successful. One of those strategies is to be a valuable team player that will help you set the foundations of building strong professional relationships and future opportunities. My next guest is going to share his three secrets on how to become the most valuable team player in an internship here on Early Career Unlocked. Welcome, Ken.
Hey, Aaliyah.
I'm so glad you're here today, and your topic is pretty saucy. We're going to talk about three secrets to becoming the most valuable player in your internship. But before we get started on that, I would love for you to tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Thank you. My name is Ken Barge. I am managing partner of EGRAB Services, an HR consulting firm. I want to give a shout out to my University of Central Missouri alums, Webster University alums, and of course, my Delta Sigma Pi alums.
Well, I love the topic. I think a lot of students, when they're in their internships, they don't realize there's a three-prong approach of becoming a really good team player within their internship to get noticed, especially if they want to stay on longer and be a full-time employee.
Yeah.
So, how are you knowledgeable in this topic?
Well, in our consulting firm, we focus on HR recruiting as well. And so, as a recruiter, many times we understand what organizations are looking for. And I think whether it's a regular employee or a intern, it's important to have these three secret pieces to being successful.
Well, I'm excited. I can't wait for you to share. So, tell us what three pieces of advice when it comes to secrets of being the most valuable team player in an internship?
Well, secret number one, being humble. And what I mean by humble, oftentimes people think of meekness where I have to be really quiet. No, when you're humble, you're actually strong. A humble person has a focus on the organizational's mission, the organizational's values, the organization's purpose as to why they're there. But when you are humble, it's not about you. You're not egocentric, you're team centric. And organizations, managers love individuals who are team centric. I'll give you an example. Recently, I brought an individual on my team. He had never actually recruited before in the past. He has been instrumental in wanting to learn how to be a better recruiter. We've had to give him constructive, I don't want to say constructive criticism, but we've had to give him constructive feedback on how to be a more improved or how to be a better recruiter. And he has taken it to the T on how to be that great recruiter. And the one thing I love about what he does is that not only is he improving in his skill, but he's willing to do other things as well. And oftentimes, whether you work for a Fortune 500 company or you work for a small organization, being available to be flexible is going to be key as well. But being humble is where it starts off. Secret number two is being hungry. Now, we're not talking about eating hamburgers here. We're talking about being someone who has a strong work ethic. I had a coach earlier in my career, my illustrious short football career, was when we do something, we get better every day or we get worse. We never stay the same. And I think that's one of the key. We have to always want to strive to be better. So, what does that mean to be hungry? Oftentimes that work ethic is vital. That does not mean you have to work 12, 15, 20 hours. I've done that. I'm not necessarily saying that's the most appropriate way to do it. But what I am saying is that when you are hungry, you will do what it takes to accomplish the mission. You may have to stay late. You may have to come in early. You may have to maybe do additional research for that particular project or that particular task that you're working on. Or you may have to do something that you may not have signed up to do, but you're going to do what it takes to get the job done. So you have to be hungry.
Also, being hungry means self motivated, and it
Correct.
lights that fire underneath you when you're hungry. And that it not doesn't just feed your passions to learn, but other people are going to notice that as well around you, being a valuable team player.
That is correct. I mean, it is being self motivated. And I will tell you one thing that I hear quite a bit about being hungry, taking initiative. Now, as leaders, whether it's employees or interns, we need to give them the ability to be able to make mistakes, because no one wants to take initiative if they feel like if I make a mistake, I'm going to be fired. No, we're not trying to do that. However, we do want individuals to take initiative, but that again comes from being self motivated and being hungry, wanting to go out there and do what it takes. It's not 8 to 5 many times.
Right.
Sometimes it might be 7:30 to 6, and one day it might be 9 to 4. You might get a chance to have a shorter work day. But what I am saying is that you're going to do what it takes to make that job be successful. And the last piece I want to talk about, that third sauce, would be being smart. Now, intelligence, often when I mention the word smart, people think, well, I'm not as intelligent or I'm extremely intelligent. When I discuss being smart, this has nothing to do about intelligence. Intelligence is important, but I'm talking about emotional intelligence. So,
Yes.
how your actions, how your words, how your attitudes impact others. That's what's important. And emotional intelligence is so vital when I am speaking with someone. And I'll give you an example. One of the keys we have to do is investigations. And if someone gives me an example, are you excited? Yeah, I'm really excited. They don't look real excited. Okay.
Yeah.
However, are you having a hard day? I'm having a hard day, but I tell you, I'm going to work through it. Even though I'm having a hard day, I got a smile on my face. I'm looking someone in the eye, and I'm letting them know about that. I have a client that is really instrumental in this. Now, she happens to own a distribution company here right in Dallas. But one thing I will tell you is that her employees love her. Why? Because she knows how to help each one feel so important. Again, when I go back into humble, when that first secret sauce, the
Mhm.
humble part about not being a team player, and when it comes about being a team player, not being about being an actual team player, but when it also discusses about being smart, those two really tie together. If you're humble and then you're smart, you're going to get people that are going to really want to work with you, that are going to hire you, and that also are going to want you to help them lead their organization. So if you can be humble, team player, if you can be hungry, strong work ethic, and then if you can be smart, someone who understands how your attitudes and actions impact others, you can be an ideal team player and also be someone that they want to bring on. Maybe not just for an intern, but maybe on a long term basis.
That was amazing. And that's things that when you're an intern, you need to think about your future, the impact you do as an intern today that becomes and shapes your future, after you graduate, you're making those connections, showing your personal brand of being humble, hungry, and smart. Three secrets to becoming the most valuable team player in an internship. One, be humble. Two, be hungry. And three, be smart. All right, Ken. Well, that was wonderful advice. Anything else you'd like to offer to our viewers today to wrap the show?
Two things I wanted to highlight. First is I would love to take full credit for all of those particular three secrets that I mentioned. However, I do want to give credit to Patrick Lencioni. Patrick Lencioni is a wonderful author. If you want to be successful, you have to continually learn. That's part of that hungry part as well. But continually learn. Once you graduate, it doesn't mean you've arrived. You have to learn continuously throughout your career. Patrick Lencioni is a great author. He was the one that actually taught me about humble, hungry, and smart. And now I get the opportunity to share it with you. But also, I wanted to share one other quick piece as well. My dad was very successful in his career as well. And one of the key things he taught me was that never let anyone stop you from being successful. There may be roadblocks, there may be opportunities that may go and come. There may be things that might look like I have no idea what's going to happen, but you have to continue to push forward. If you have a purpose and you have a plan, just continue to push on, but never let anyone or yourself stop you from being successful.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Ken, so much for being on the show today.
Thank you.
And to my viewers, if you want more career advice from industry experts like Ken, subscribe to Early Career Unlocked. I mean, it could be
Uh,
three tips, but tips is not as saucy as secrets. You know what I
No,
mean? Like,
yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, secrets. I'm telling you, I'm giving you the sauce. Hey, this is the secret, baby, to go out and
the
how to be a
secret
bit.
sauce.
Yeah, the secrets there. Look at that.
There's
See, you
three
see,
ingredients. The
yeah,
secret
see,
sauce.
here's the secret sauce.